I can't believe it! I can't believe I'm actually going to say this. Oh, God help me. Baymax the series is actually pretty good. Yeah, I know. I'm just as surprised as you are. So if you've been with me for a long time, which I'm pretty sure most of you haven't, me and Big Hero 6 have an interesting relationship. I think the movie is vastly overrated and mediocre, and the TV series is a hot, steaming pile of shit. Sorry, first minute of the episode. Hot, steaming pile of garbage. There, that's better, I guess. So with all that being said, I had absolutely no anticipation for Baymax. I wasn't excited for it, nor was I dreading it. The series wasn't marketed all that well, and I didn't really know what to even make of it, even in the weeks leading up to it. All I knew about it was that instead of Big Hero 6, it was just going to be about Baymax running around San Francisco and following his original programming, which is to help people with their problems. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's only 6 episodes, and each one is only about 8 minutes long. Doesn't even take up an hour to watch the whole thing. One thing that is weird about the show, and I call it a show very lightly, it's more just a series of shorts, is how strangely detached it is from Big Hero 6. I mean, I know it wants to do its own thing, and I'm cool with that, but does anyone think it's kind of weird how this show doesn't even mention the other characters once in the entire thing? Like, that's really odd, right? Even Tadashi isn't brought up once throughout the entire thing. That's especially weird. Tadashi's death was the focal point of the original movie, and even the series tried to dive more into Tadashi's backstory. I say that very lightly as well, since, it wasn't that great. Also, it was only in the first 2 seasons, so...
Where was I going with this? I had a point.
Seriously, why is this franchise so eager to just forget Tadashi ever existed? He doesn't need to be mentioned all the time, but it's just weird how he's never mentioned once by anyone. I guess the closest we get to him being mentioned is in episode 2 where Cass talks about her promise to help the family, but even then, she doesn't bring up Tadashi by name. You figure this would be the perfect opportunity for her to actually share how she felt about his death, since we haven't seen that from her yet. I won't say it's nothing, but clearly Tadashi isn't a part of it. I'm just saying it's a huge missed opportunity. This pretty much proves my point from all of my previous reviews. Disney doesn't give a shit about any of these side characters, and chances are they never will. They've had 8 years to prove me wrong, and they have yet to do so. But at least Carmi is now confirmed dead forever. Hell yeah! But like I said, the focus on the show isn't about Big Hero 6, or even about Hero. It's about Baymax simply following his programming and helping people. And as 6 8-minute short episodes go, it's a very funny and genuinely pretty wholesome time. Despite my reservations on Big Hero 6, I couldn't help myself. I had a huge smile on my face the entire time I was watching. I think by now, Disney has finally realized that when it comes to Big Hero 6, audiences love Baymax the most, which should go without saying. He was the most marketable character, but he was also the heart of the original movie as well. His robotic nature mixed in with good intentions leads to some funny, awkward, and very wholesome moments. I actually like how the show does find a way to tackle both mental and emotional health as well. Every episode starts off with the character of the episode having some physical problem like weak hips or a fish allergy, but as the episode goes on, the reason the person refuses treatment is because of some deep-rooted trauma or issue. And Baymax, not stopping till they're satisfied with his care, is able to help them grow in truly meaningful ways. Now, don't get me wrong, this isn't some A+, 10 out of 10 stuff here. Again, these are 8-minute long episodes. They're good for what they are. I don't know, maybe I'm just happy to have something good from Big Hero 6 for once in 8 years of obsessing over it. I've been swimming in the ocean for years, and now I finally found some land. The island's not even a mile wide, but I'll take it. For what these episodes are, they are a truly fun time, even if they are just shorts. And they do have good lessons to teach, especially episode 3. Yeah, episode 3 is basically the Turning Red episode, and if you've seen the show by now, you know what I'm talking about. They actually say out loud the words menstruating and period out loud, which I was surprised by. Even Turning Red didn't do that. But I do get why Baymax says it. He is a medical bot after all. I know, like with Turning Red, people are probably gonna freak out over it, but I think Baymax sums it up perfectly with this one line.
It is common for people to feel embarrassed, fearful, or uncomfortable with the subject of menstruation, but it is just biology. It is nothing to be ashamed of.
I couldn't agree more, Baymax. I think this kind of discussion should be normalized since it is a normal body function for women. But since women actually mattered, am I right, Clarence? Go sit on a rake. Oh, but it's not just Turning Red vibes we're getting from this show. We're also getting some Lightyear vibes as well, as in not even an hour after the show started, people were already throwing tantrums on Twitter over the fact that gay people exist. What's that? A gay person breathing? That's illegal! I sincerely hope that remains a joke and doesn't actually become true in the future. But damn, this asshole here actually might make that happen. I am so sorry. But all that aside, I wasn't expecting this much LGBT representation in this show. From Disney nonetheless. Remember? Disney? The same Disney who severely shortened the Owl House's 3rd season because it didn't fit with their brand? Or the same Disney who removed brief gay scenes from their movies so they could pander to both China and Russia? And yet, at the same time, in this Disney show, in episode 3, we actually see a trans person buying pads. That is a real thing. Episode 4's main character, Mabita, is gay, and the episode even ends with him asking a guy out on a date. And yes, they use the word date. Again, this is Disney we're talking about. I literally fucking screamed when I saw that Mabita was gay. It's almost like they saw Bob Schooley queerbaiting on Twitter and decided, step aside, peasant. Here's an actual African-American gay guy who actually ends up with another gay guy. It's like they actually watched my reviews and did this for me. I hate to be smug, but I was definitely satisfied with that episode. Maybe out of sheer pettiness, but I was satisfied nonetheless. I know Disney still has a long way to go when it comes to LGBT representation, but as Baymax goes, I was genuinely surprised. I know people are gonna freak out over this, but those people are homophobic assholes, so fuck them. I don't know who needs to hear this, but just because a movie or TV show acknowledges that gay and trans people exist, doesn't mean it's some agenda to brainwash kids. If this is okay, this is okay, and this is okay, then this, and this is also okay. Get over it, or just fuck off. Makes zero difference to me, a straight white male who can actually understand that not everyone is like me. As LGBT representation goes, it's no Lumini or anything like that, but it's still a step in the right direction in my opinion. They still have a lot of ground to cover, but I will admit, Disney I think is getting better. Like, somewhat. Like, baby steps guys, it's something. As a whole, Baymax is a genuinely very wholesome and sweet show, even if it is just a couple of shorts. But it's still the best Big Hero 6 content we've got from this franchise as a whole. It just feels more focused this time around, where the movie felt like it was trying to be 2 different movies at once, and the series couldn't figure out what the hell it wanted to be in the first place. The characters are nothing special, but they are likable and fun enough for their roles. They work just enough to get the messages across that the show wants to teach. And Baymax is just as cute, funny, and huggable as he's always been. That's right, internet. RaisorBlade, YouTube's #1 Big Hero 6 hater, just said that he actually liked a Big Hero 6 thing. The end times are truly upon us. I do still hate how the show ignores some great opportunities, and I wish these episodes were longer. Maybe make this an actual show rather than just a collection of shorts, but I shouldn't hate the show for what it isn't. I should enjoy it for what it is. And what it is Baymax. Just like the character, it's cute, huggable, and heartwarming. Overall, on a scale between 1 and 10, it's like a 7. Don't push it, okay? I said I enjoyed it. Take it or leave it.
Swipe left, someone said something stupid. Swipe right, now I'm watching what you did. Power down, now I'm at a disadvantage. But I think that it's worth it. I put my headphones on, I play my favorite song. I go to sleep and try again.